So today we're going to be making some seed bombs. I'm going to show you how to do it at home. It's really simple. There's a lot of controversy about whether you should buy seed bombs, whether they work or not, because the minute you make seeds wet, it starts the germination process. Even if you don't see anything for months and months, it kickstarts what's going on inside the seed. So once you add water to your seed bomb mix, you're actually initialising germination. Then if you let the seed bomb dry out, your seeds stop and it can ruin the seeds. So there's quite a bit of talk about whether they actually work. The way to get around that is to actually do the seeds on a day that's raining and use them straight away. So I've got a little helper here this morning, Murphy. He just wants to get in on the act and he's going to cause lots of problems, I'm sure. So thank you, Murphy. Off you go. So I've got a little packet of seeds here. These are all climbers. Thank you, Murphy. These were actually sent to me in error by another seed company, but they did such good service, I'm going to mention them today. They're called Seeds to Flower, and you can find them on eBay. They sent me this packet in error, and they corrected the problem and let me keep these seeds. So I thought, what better use for them than to do a video for you guys showing you how to make seed bombs, and also giving them a mention for such good customer service. Right, let me get rid of my helper a minute. So, I've got our seeds. And I've got a nice mixing bowl here. Now, I'm going to start using some flour, just ordinary flour. You can just use soil if you want to. A lot of people make seed bombs and they're all different colours, and you probably wonder why that is. It's because they use flour and then they dye the flour with their food colouring. We're not doing that today, we're just doing straightforward ones to show you how to do it, but you can use all flour with a little bit of earth if you want to. I've also got some fuller's earth here, also known as bentonite soil. It's used in face masks and all sorts, and it's kind of a really clay type soil. I've only got a little bit here today. I'm going to be using the other half that I bought in some of my lotus seeds videos later on, so keep an eye out of those. Just make sure you haven't got any lumps in them. Mix it together. If you're going to add food colouring, add it to the water that you're going to mix up the seeds with. Right, so we've got a nice mix in there, and I'm going to add the seeds. What I love about this mix of seeds is that they're all different types in there. Some really nice big ones. Some of those hard ones actually would probably need soaking. We'll give them a go. Normally I'd probably soak those because they're quite big, but some of the little ones should be fine. So empty those in. You can do any sort of seed mix. The most common one is ones that attract butterflies and bees and wildlife. And I'm seeing more and more of winter plants for bird food, like teasels and stuff, which is a really good idea as well. But you can use any sort. Another good one is lavenders. Lots of different lavenders in a seed bomb, and then you can make your own lavender garden. And when you throw them, you can throw them in pots or specific areas, or just throw them in your garden, whichever you like. So all the seeds are mixed in there. Now I'm going to add a little bit of water, and then I'm going to mould them into balls. Unfortunately, you have to add water to get them to keep their shape. I mean, you could store the mix like this for a while, but if you're going to actually make the seed bombs and throw them, which we are today because the ground is wet and it's raining, this is how we've got to do it. So I'm just going to pause the video while I add the water. I've used a little bit of water that is been sat around for a few days, so I haven't got a lot of chemicals in it from the tap. Just mixing it round to my hand. You can see it's forming, it's already only a tiny bit of water and it's forming lovely clumpy shapes. Needs a little bit more. And right from the minute we're adding this water, we're kick-starting germination, whether you can see it or not. The seeds could still take weeks to develop. It's kick-starting what's going on in that centre of that seed. Right, now I'm going to roll them into balls and I'm going to leave them to dry, and I'm going to stop the video again because I've only got one hand while I'm filming, and show you what they look like when they're rolled. And there we go, there are our seed bombs all rolled into balls. If you have a look closely, you can actually see some of the seeds sticking out. And they're all ready to be thrown in the garden. Now you can use a lot more seeds than we did. Obviously we were just using a pack that we had sat by. Mix your own up, be inventive, put what you want, throw it into a pot, throw it in the ground, whatever you like. You can do so much with these. Just don't let the seed bombs sit around when they're formed, because that won't do your seeds much good. So I'm going to just quickly show you what it's like outside today. Look at that. Absolutely horrible. ideal weather for throwing seed bombs. The water will get straight into these and go down to the ground. Now I probably won't follow up on this video to show you what grew, for the fact that some of these seeds are really hard coated, so it could take months to actually germinate, and that's because of the type of seeds we use. But if you're using something that grows really quickly like Mimulus or Cosmos or something like that, it'll grow up really quick and you'll have results in days. You'll see them start to germinate. Just keep all the pests away from them for a few days if you can, or if you're throwing them in a pot, keep the pot inside and look at your results. Absolutely ideal and fun to do with the kids, get some interest in gardening. Thanks very much for watching the video. Like and subscribe for more of our videos. Really? Not over the wall, at the wall. That's it, break them up. That's it. Harder so they break. That's it, good girl. Oh, whoops. Escapee, good girl. Okay, let's just zoom in down there. He didn't really break up, but let's hope he does a good job. So, I went out the front to check and see if anything had happened with the seed bombs we threw. Most of them are actually still in their solid seed bomb shape. There's a lot of insects crawling all over them, which is really good because it'll help break them down. But this one has a little germinated seed on it. So I just wanted to show you that it does work. Considering these were quite hard seeds to do as well, that probably need a lot of exposure to germinate. This particular type of seeds we did, which were climbers, and we threw them at the wall so they would have something to climb up. Really pleased to see germination already, and that just goes to show what you can do with a few seeds that were sent to you for free. Fantastic, have a go.